I'm going to go through everything you guys need to know about the next update coming to Black Ops Cold War Season 3 Reloaded. We're going to talk about the release dates for this update, multiplayer, maps, weapons being leaked out, some stuff with the Warzone, some new events coming very soon, some zombies information, Berlin, the Outbreak main Easter egg, Wonder Weapons, a bunch of other new leaks and intel we haven't talked about yet on the channel, so a lot of stuff to go through here in today's video. As always, the support has been unreal on the channel. We are now less than 600 subs away from 76k, so if you're new and you are enjoying the content, I would very much appreciate if you do subscribe to the channel. If we can go for 1,000 likes on this video as well, I'd appreciate that so much. Before we get started, something very exciting here. Get hyped, gamers. This video has been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It's an immersive, fantasy-themed RPG where you assemble an army of all different types of crazy, unique champions, all from their own specific factions. Now, if you guys are interested in playing Raid, it's available for free on your mobile phone or PC, and there's a link in the description to download. Let's take a look at the first faction you meet in the game, the Bannerlords. They're pretty much a bunch of really sick knights with armor, weapons, and designs based off of actual feudal knights you'd see in medieval Europe. Now, these two champions from the Bannerlords are just insane. Septimus is just looking so cool. Huge sword, orange vibes, and my boy, Lord Champfort, fire name, red and gold dude. Super, super cool. Centuries ago, the Bannerlords were fierce warriors, ruled a ton of land, but it was all taken from them by evil creatures. They've just started a war against their old allies, the High Elves, and their once good king, King Taiba, has possibly been corrupted by a growing shadow. A lot of stuff goes down here in the first chapter of this game's campaign. I've been playing this game a lot recently, and I'm just stunned at how good the graphics are. It's actually unreal. The attention to detail, the ability to customize your attacks, all the cool little features, the wide array of artifacts, skills, masteries you earn that'll make your champions even more powerful in the battlefield. And just this month, Raid released a bunch of new content, 11 insane new champions, 200 brand new missions, with an exclusive legendary champion as the reward for finishing them all. 5 tough new levels added to pretty much every dungeon in the game, and each month this game gets crazier and crazier. You could add me on Raid. My username is just matters. That's it. Super simple. Raid is made for all types of gamers, so what are you waiting for? Click the links down below. Help support my channel out by downloading Raid today, and I'll see you in the game. You guys probably know this by now. The expected release date for Season 3 Reloaded is Wednesday, May 19th. This is the exact midpoint of Season 3, so if there are no delays, that should be the date in which this update releases. Let's go through here. Multiplayer maps first. So we already know Standoff 6v6 was confirmed to be releasing for the Reloaded update, which is really, really cool to see. Leaker, the Ghost of Modern Warfare, actually said this a while ago. This is not from my usual source, so don't take this with 100% certainty, but I've been told that Echelon and Standoff are Season 3 maps. This leaker's source here seems to be pretty credible. Standoff has been confirmed, and it looks like Echelon should be the next new 6v6 map coming to the game. We've been talking about this map for a while now. There's a ton of different leaked gameplay clips out for an early alpha version of this map, and pretty much this map is a mixture between high-rise, dome, and vertigo. In the leaked alpha clips, you could see a huge crane there, 2 domes that look similar to the ones you saw on the Dome MW3 map. It takes place on top of a tall building or skyscraper. Obviously, you can fall off the side of the map, so really cool map here. Hopefully, it has a good layout, and it's just overall fun to play in the game. Now, normally for remakes, I'd say Standoff is the only remake we're going to see for this new update, but considering we had no remakes during Season 2 and also no remakes at the beginning of Season 3, we could maybe see a second remake added to the game alongside Standoff at some point at Season 3 Reloaded or a little bit after Season 3 Reloaded releases. There are so many remakes leaked to be coming to Black Ops Cold War, and they have to release them at some point. Maybe they do a giant DLC pack at the end of the year with all different remakes from BO1 or BO2, which would be pretty cool, honestly, but I feel like I'd rather them just spread them out across all of the seasons and see a couple new maps during each update. So some of the remakes here we've talked about before: Firing Range, Summit, Jungle from Black Ops 1, and from Black Ops 2, Hijacked and Slums. Leave a comment down below which one do you want to see next in the game. If we don't get an extra one during this Reloaded update, maybe the beginning of Season 4, we'll get one of these maps here. And as I said before, maybe Meltdown or other BO2, BO1 maps that they haven't remade before. Those would be really cool to see in Cold War multiplayer. And also, we've had leakers tell us that Black Ops 2 is very much on Treyarch's mind, so we should be seeing a lot more content, not just maps, but probably even weapons and other features from BO2 added to the game really soon, which is super cool to see. Now for Fireteam, Dunes is a map that leaked out a while ago, some type of desert map that we could see in the game very soon, and there's also a bunch of other Fireteam map locations from the Ural Mountains Warzone map that we were supposed to see. We have chemical labs, mines, weather station, zoo, battery. These are all expected to be added to the game as Fireteam maps. Duga, we have an Outbreak right now. We're going to get that in Fireteam in the Reloaded update that has been confirmed, and there's been a bunch of leaked images for zoo recently, so maybe zoo will be up next. I doubt we're getting an extra Fireteam map this season, so it looks like Duga might be the only Fireteam map we get, although you never know, they may release an extra one here. I feel like zoo is coming up next, so either the Reloaded update or the beginning of Season 4 will get zoo added to the game to Outbreak and Fireteam. Now, there's a ton of multiplayer weapons being leaked out in this game right now. The first one we just talked about recently, Call of Duty Vanguard Intel actually said this on Twitter. The nail gun is coming to Black Ops Cold War, very similar to what we saw in BO3, a DLC weapon by the name of the DIY-11 Renovator. So kind of a cool weapon here. We now have the baseball bat, which has been confirmed to be coming in the Reloaded update, a new launcher that Margrabot over on Twitter informed us of, so that should be coming very soon as well. Other weapons in the code of this game, the CZ75 pistol, the Scorpion, FAL, Dragunov, the OG Galil. So again, we can't get all of these weapons in the Season 3 Reloaded update, but we might get one or two extra surprise weapons that they haven't actually told us yet. So one of these here might be added in this Reloaded update. We recently also got a bunch of new weapons leaked as well that should be coming very, very soon. Certain code indicates that a weapon will be releasing sooner than later, and here are the codes for the upcoming weapons in the game. We have a fast burst AR, which could be the Carved 2 in the game that we already have. They could be referring to something else. A spray and pray SMG. Again, this could just be referring to the PPSH already in the game, or it could be referring to another SMG similar to the PPSH coming to the game. A slow fire LMG. We don't really have that in the game, at least recently. A Gorgon maybe could be added as well. Other slow fire LMGs you would want to see, leave those comments down below, and most likely we get that in Season 4 unless we get another surprise weapon that's not currently on the roadmap. A fully auto pistol. Most likely this is the AMP-63, which has been confirmed to be coming out in the Reloaded update, but again, could be referring to another fully auto pistol like the Cat 40, which would be really cool to see as well. I love the Cat 40. The dual wield Cat 40s in Cold War would be kind of annoying but really fun to use, so maybe we'll see that in the future as well. Some other items in multiplayer that could be added very soon. The Razor Wire has been leaked out. Every operator in Cold War has a voice line for it, and it could be something we do see in the Reloaded update. EMP grenades were also leaked, along with claymores, a sentry in some type of briefcase, maybe a different version of the sentry in the game, some type of data pad, which doesn't really make sense because the data pad kind of just calls in this Scorestreaks as far as I know, unless that's going to be another version of a Scorestreak in the game. If you guys have any ideas for that, let me know down below. And for Scorestreaks as well, we already have the strafe run in the game for Season 3. We could see one more, some others that have leaked out in the past, the hand cannon, the K9 unit, flamethrower. I really think the K9 unit should be up next. Really an iconic Scorestreak in past Treyarch games. So it would be cool to see that as one of the next Scorestreaks added in the Reloaded update or at the beginning of Season 4. Now for some operators, we had a confirmation that Knight and Antonov are going to be coming in the Reloaded update, so that's really cool. But we've also had some teasers for some celebrity operators recently. We got a teaser yesterday for John McClane, played by Bruce Willis from the Die Hard movies, actually being teased here. Really, really cool. So he's going to be a celebrity operator in the game. And also, Call of Duty has been tweeting out from their official Twitter some references to John Rambo. These statistics here match up with a bunch of his movie statistics, how many people he's killed in all of the movies. Call of Duty's Twitter was following a bunch of accounts referencing Rambo. So Rambo will also be an operator coming to this game really soon. So really cool to see them add some celebrity operators here. They were supposed to do a bunch of this with Modern Warfare, and we didn't really see much of any celebrity operators in that game, so maybe they're finally getting to do a bit more of this in Cold War and Warzone now. And some other stuff here, every operator in the game has a voice line. The Numbers Mason what do they mean? So either this is some type of Alex Mason event that's coming soon where the operators are talking about him, or he's going to be added as an operator, or probably just both. There's going to be some type of Mason event. He's introduced into the storyline for Warzone for whatever reason, and we'll also have him in the store as a Mason bundle. Something I think wouldn't be surprising at all to see in the game. And other operators here we could be seeing very soon: Weaver, Eddie Richtofen, Hudson, other Treyarch campaign characters from the Cold War campaign should be added really soon. And finally here with Warzone, we just got a huge update with Warzone at the beginning of Season 3. So for the Reloaded update, whatever we get, it's not going to be anything too major. We did get a teaser recently about a new fast travel system. This is actually from a survey. So they did a survey. Activision emailed a bunch of people and they asked this: you mentioned that you were satisfied with Verdansk 84. What aspects of the updated map did you most enjoy? Please rank up to 3, with 1 being the most you enjoyed. And in here it teases the Red Doors, a new fast travel system that isn't currently in the game, which should be coming really soon, since they already have a survey about it. And obviously they did this by accident, but that's gonna be cool to see. The Red Doors, a fast travel system in Warzone. Gonna be cool to see how that ties into the storyline as well, because we know about the Red Doors being the alpha name of Black Ops Cold War back over a year ago. We talked about that, so a lot of cool stuff there. And also for Warzone, I just talked about in my video recently about a mid-season update coming for Season 3 Reloaded. What is this going to be all about? Is it going to give us more info on Adler and that storyline? Is it going to be a Hunt for Adler Part 2 event? Or is it going to be an event that ties in with MW3 Campaign Remastered, which is expected to release very soon? Most likely not anything to do with Call of Duty 2021, as that's going to be in the summer. So we'll see what this event is all about really soon. Hopefully it's fun, it's interesting. It's not going to be as extravagant as the nuke event, obviously, but hopefully it's just a fun event to actually play in the game. Now for zombies content in Season 3 Reloaded, we recently got this interaction here between Codename Pizza and Treyarch. Any update on the Outbreak Easter egg still 100% dropping during Season 3? And Treyarch responds, that's the plan. So we're definitely getting this main Easter egg around the Reloaded update, and here are a bunch of things as to what we need to see for this Outbreak main Easter egg. For one, use the large Outbreak maps and tie them into the Easter egg. You could go all over the place, do Easter egg steps in random houses that you wouldn't normally go into when doing normal objectives. Like, I just want Treyarch to take advantage of all of the space we have in the game, especially considering a huge talking point around why people don't like Outbreak is because the maps are too big and there's just nothing going on in the maps. If you're not doing the objectives, it's just way too big and kind of boring for no reason. It would be fun for them to really take advantage of everything and have to go to certain areas, go into certain little buildings, nooks and crannies that you wouldn't normally go into, in the hopes of finding a really hard Easter egg step, or an Easter egg step that everyone, the whole community, is stuck on. You have to go to some random place on the corner of the map that you would never think to go to. So if they use the map like that and take advantage of all parts of the map, that would make for a really sick Easter egg. The boss fight as well. There's so much potential here for Treyarch to make a really extravagant boss fight, a lot more than just standing there and shooting. The boss attacks you, but it's not really moving around. I mean, the best example of what they could do on Outbreak is what they did on Garada Krovi with the Nikolai mech boss fight. That thing was insane, and it really was a fun boss fight to play. Other boss fights like we saw with Revelations and Zetsubo, or even Firebase Z, or, you know, D Machina as well, where there really wasn't a boss, and if there was a boss, he was kind of just standing there. It wasn't that fun to play, in my opinion. The Nikolai boss fight was just so sick. He's running around, chasing you, attacking you. You're going around this whole arena. One of the coolest boss fights we've ever seen in Treyarch Zombies, and they could easily use the expansive Outbreak maps to recreate some type of huge boss fight like this. Have a huge boss, whether it's an Elder God that chases you around the maps, or some other new mythical creature in the game, the first one, or whatever else we're talking about here in the storyline, some new Dark Ether boss. Outbreak seems like the perfect vehicle to give us one of those crazy boss fights we've been hoping for several years now. And finally, a good storyline for this Outbreak main Easter egg, a good cutscene, is very important to see, in my opinion. Since Treyarch already confirmed that this Easter egg is canon, hopefully they really develop the story and not treat this Easter egg as an insignificant part of the game. What I mean is that hopefully something big happens. Hopefully there's just a huge thing that happens. It's not just a filler Easter egg that is canon, but nothing really special occurs, and it more or less just teases and brings brings us into the next round-based map, Berlin. It's okay, and I'll be fine if the only point of this Easter egg is to just bring us into Berlin, but it would be really cool to use Outbreak, all of the maps we have, all of the large areas we have, to make a really insane Easter egg and for something huge to happen in the storyline. And if Treyarch really wants Outbreak to be a main part, an integral part of the zombie storyline and game moving forward, they're definitely going to want to impress people by making a really good Easter egg, really good cutscenes and storyline. So I think most likely we're going to get something really good here for Outbreak. Now for Berlin, the next round-based map coming to the game, I'm going to talk about a bunch of different stuff. We've been talking about Berlin for a while now. I've gone through all of the intel. I've gone through so much stuff, but here's some different stuff. We're going to tie in some different theories here for what we're seeing for the DLC 2 Zombies map. These calling cards we did see before. This one is really cool. This is apparently Samantha Maxis in Berlin, or some character in Berlin. This color scheme is sick, and if they follow this color scheme and style for the map, this map's going to look beautiful. It's also a very similar vibe to what we saw in the D Machine intro cutscene, which also takes place in Berlin. Samantha Max is talking to Weaver. This will definitely be seen in this Berlin Zombies map, so can't wait to see that. The next calling card here ties into the storyline that we've been talking about. Valentina is supposedly going to bring back these World War II German soldiers that were sent to the Dark Ether. She's going to take them out, and she's going to help the Germans complete their original plan to win the war. This thing is crazy, and this could easily be something we see in Berlin. Probably the main storyline and the Easter egg of the Berlin Zombies map will be all about Valentina completing her plan. These other ones here, I saw this from DK Dynamite and TGR, so I'll leave their links down below. First one here could be some type of city map. Berlin is the next city map we're seeing here. There's another mythical boss creature here. I don't know who this is, but could this be one of the main bosses we see in Berlin? Maybe. The skyline doesn't look like Berlin to me. It really looks like a bigger city, maybe like New York or something, or maybe some Asian city. Maybe it's the Die Rise remake they're teasing there. I don't really know, but super cool calling card here. And these other calling cards are teasing some more mythical creatures in the Dark Ether story that could be seen very soon. Elder Gods, we already know about. This one here, the Game Revolution said this could be the first one of the main bosses we might see at the end of the Cold War Zombie storyline, something related to the Great War. So do we see something like that in Berlin? Probably not. Berlin doesn't seem like the last map in the game, although people are saying it could be the last round-based zombies map in this game. So maybe there is some type of really big boss fight in Berlin that includes these mythical creatures from the Dark Ether in these calling cards here. So we'll see what happens. Really, really cool. And some stuff here I haven't talked about Berlin and the Easter egg. Here's something from Margrabot tweeting out some stuff about Berlin, new intel from Season 3. This is really, really sick. His plan, our plan. Valentina is visited by someone in her sleep. He seems to be from the Dark Ether. We will be reunited. We will rise again. Sounds like some World War II German soldier talk to me, not gonna lie. This is really cool. I mean, we've had so many teasers. We've talked about this, the intel in the past about Valentina potentially trying to fulfill the plan of the German soldiers back during the 40s in World War II. And this is a direct reference to that. She's being visited at night by one of the main leaders of the World War II Germans. You guys know who he is probably. I don't need to say his name. Some more intel here. Inversia seems to be no more. Kravchenko has a plan that will lead to its cancellation. She decides that using the captain could help prevent the discovery. She waits for him to give the signal. So we went through some intel a while ago about Valentina talking to a secret contact in Berlin. A lot of people were theorizing that this could be Eddie in Berlin, and Eddie is now helping her out and getting the Germans out of the Dark Ether. Maybe that's who she's referring to, and that's who's going to help her out to actually make sure this plan goes through, even though Kravchenko seemingly doesn't want this to happen now. Kravchenko has been pretty wary of doing this here. He's been questioning Valentina as to why she's going to Berlin. What does she want to do in Berlin? So Kravchenko is on to Valentina, and Valentina is going to try to find a way to actually fulfill her plans here. And we're most likely going to see what really happens in the Outbreak main Easter egg, and will Valentina go forward with her plans? And as we go into Berlin, we'll see, you know, what big event goes down here, because it seems like Berlin is going to be a really big map as to what's being teased in all of this intel. So we'll see what happens with that really soon. I made a big video a couple of days ago going through a bunch of zombies content we could be seeing in Season 3 Reloaded, from the new perks, the Mega Barrel Wonder Weapon, all of the other intel, storyline, Berlin, Outbreak. So I go through a bunch of really specific info about the leaks and evidence and even some early gameplay in that video. So a link to that video will be at the top of the description down below, so be sure to check that out. But very quickly, the Mega Barrel Wonder Weapon uses all of the projectile attacks from all of the boss zombies we see in Outbreak right now, and it most likely will be released alongside the Outbreak main Easter egg during the Reloaded update. For DLC perks, no real confirmation on this. There is a good chance we do see double tap. It's been teased in the game, and a lot of people have been saying it could be coming up next. It was one of the leaked perks, and we haven't seen a DLC perk added to zombies in several months now, so it's way overdue. It's time to see a new perk here, and we most likely will get one really soon, either the Reloaded update or at the beginning of Season 4. That's pretty much it here for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a comment down below, Reloaded, if you watched the entire video. It is greatly appreciated. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or a live stream. Peace out, guys.